The Ugly Duckling. Once upon a time, there was a river in a deep forest. Near that river, a mother duck laid some eggs. The mother was sitting on the eggs. She was getting impatient, thinking how long time it will take to hatch the eggs. At last the day came when the eggs hatched one by one. Finally, the last egg hatched and an ugly duckling came out. The mother duck was really shocked and surprised to see the ugly duckling. As it was ugly, the other ducklings made fun of him. But the mother duck loved him just like she loved the others. One day, the ugly duckling went to play with the chicks. When the chicks saw him, they got puzzled. Very soon, they also started teasing him. The poor duckling felt sad and went away. He went to play with his siblings, but the ducklings did not agree to play with him. Instead, they started making fun of him. The mother duck felt very bad. She advised the ugly duckling to go and stay with the wild ducks. She said to the duckling, "They are your cousins. You will live happily there." So the poor little duckling decided to go there. Being humiliated, sad and lonely, the ugly duckling traveled through the dark and cold forest. He heard some strange sound. He found some wild ducks straying at the marsh. When the wild ducks saw the ugly duckling, they made fun of him. The ugly duckling felt sad and was wandering here and there. He could not understand why nobody was ready to be with his friends. One day, few hunters came to hunt with hounds. The poor ducklings was afraid to see the hunter and his hounds. He hid himself in the field of sugarcane. After some time, an old woman was passing by the field. She came along with her family. When she saw the ugly duckling, she brought him home. The old woman thought that the duckling would lay eggs, so she kept the duckling in her home. The poor duckling was safe in the old woman's house for some days. But the old woman had two naughty creatures, a cat and a cock. They began to tease him. Fearing the cat and the cock, the poor duckling left the old woman's house. Once more, the duckling felt alone. It was winter. There was snow everywhere. The poor duckling was trembling in cold. A farmer who was on his way to field saw the poor duckling. He was a kind-hearted fellow. He took the duckling with him to his home. When the peasants' children saw the duckling, they were happy. The farmer's children wanted to play with the duckling. They also wanted to feed him. But the duckling was afraid. He thought that these children would also tease him. One day, the farmer's children chased him. While he was running to a safe place, he tumbled over a curry pot which was in the kitchen. When the chef saw the duckling, he chased him. The frightened duckling ran as fast as he could to save his life. It was a cold winter day. The ugly duckling was wandering along the riverside. He saw some beautiful birds flying in the sky. He felt very sad and wished he could also fly like them. Time passed by. The ugly duckling had turned into a well-grown-up duck. One day he saw some swans swimming in the pond. He also wanted to swim like those swans. The swans were very friendly with him. They inspired him to get into the water. When the ugly duckling got into the water, he saw his own image in the water. Very soon he found that he was a swan. The ugly duckling was no more ugly, but he was grown into a beautiful swan. He was not ugly now. He flew away with his companions.